Okay, so you've just clicked on this video and you are looking at this Fuging and you're thinking there's no ways that this can compete in Champion League. And you know what, you're probably right, but we're going to try anyways. Yesterday I released a video on the Carnage using the Daredevil skill and Death Mark, and that thing was absolutely crazy. I'm going to leave a link in the top right corner of your screen. You can check that out if you want. But I'm going to see if we can actually do the same thing here with the Fuging using some of these pilot skills. So I do have my pilot loaded up onto the spot here. We have additional 5% damage, but what really interests me are these 4 skills here. So the first one here, Defense Expert, basically when you go into Sentry mode, you are harder to take down. You have sort of like damage resistance. They're calling it defense points. I think they reworded this. But anyways, we have also Energy Shield Expert, so it's going to give the Energy Shield more health, a lot harder to take down. And Crazy Electrician as well, which charges up that energy shield faster. And I saw this one this morning while I was recording, and it says weapon damage with active ability. So I'm assuming that, you know, when you go into Sentry mode, your weapons are going to do more damage. So, you know, these two here work really well together, and these two as well. And then on top of that, we have Adamant Guardian. So if the enemy team, you know, have 3 beacons on me, this thing is going to be actually even harder to take down because it has defense points added to it. And then I also decided to use this one here because it says all active modules on the Fujin recharge faster. And what I've done was I've added Death Mark on here. So we're going to be doing an additional 20% more damage. Obviously it costs more power cells. Just wanted to point that out as well. So it's going to be quite costly to run the setup here, in addition to the last stand. But I'm kind of curious to see, you know, what we can do and accomplish with the Fuging. So let's take a look at the rest of my hangar here, because this spot is the only one that has a pilot and last stand. And the Strider, you can see, has anti-control, heavy armor, and then I have lockdown ammo on here. So that's my beacon runner. I decided to run this Green Dragon, or the Aoquang, with 2 thermonukes, Orkans, and just the advanced repair unit. Just something a little bit different. And this weird monstrosity here that I ran yesterday, I don't know why, I kind of like it, but I'm going to run it again. And this one for the tier, I have not run this before, but I kind of remember someone mentioning that I should try it out. So I have 3 thermonukes on here with Death Mark, and then we have pretty much a I don't want to say Russian death button because that kind of relates to the Griffin, but we have Columbus and pins on the tier, so I can heal up. I have a lot of damage with this and that, and we're gonna see how we do here. So I think I'm gonna run 2 games with the Fuging. I'm gonna use Terrans, and then I might mix it up and maybe run Orkans or something in the second game. But let's check out this Fuging and let's see. Okay, so game 1 we have dropped into Moon Map, and this is Beacon Rush. So I'm just looking to see where my teammates are going. Quite often they don't go for the close right and the far right. So I'm going to make sure that we get this beacon here quickly. Because as you can see, we already have company here. So I'm going to lock down this player if I can. And take him out. You always want to go for this, this beacon, especially if you can. Because quite often, if the enemy gets it, what they do is they pincer you in. So they spawn here, and then they spawn like at the center, and you have no escape. The only place you can spawn in is at this close right here. So that's why I made sure that we get this. Let me just empty, you know, all my rounds here. I think is this guy? No, there's another guy this side here. I actually want to get out of this this bot, and then I can show you guys some gameplay of that Fuging. But it looks like they have a couple of guys here. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a... let me do a double dash. I'm trying to move actually... Let's do this. See if we can take this guy out. I just tried to lock him down here. I find on this map, the Fuging tends to work really well around the center area. This way, you kind of force the players to come through the tunnel. You do damage to them, and you can always back up. Oh, you know what? I don't think that guy made it, because that's a pretty low jump there. And one of these guys I think it might be this guy here. Nope. Trying to see if I can get that guy. I was not able to get that nemesis. I tried to dash inside the shield, but the leg of the Raijing caught my strider there. Okay, so I'm going to spawn in at E, and let's see if we can try to make this work. So let's do this. And the good thing is we have this Ares here. So if you know they drop in with an Ares or they have another Greek bot, that's always going to help. So let me just back up here a bit. We also have Death Mark. Let's try to get this guy. Do they have another guy? They have a pursuer here. I'm trying to back up. The leg of the Fuging is struggling to get up this hill here. Okay, I got this guy with a Death Mark. Gotta make sure I get him here. If I can squeeze that damage in before it wears off. And look how strong the shield of this Fuging is. It's kind of crazy actually. Let's just move this way. You know what? I think they have a Hellburner or something up top there, because I saw a detonation. Oh crap. Death Mark. I got that guy pretty good. Here's another one. Can I get him still? Uh-oh. Take a look at my shield and look how strong it is. So this guy was not even able to break my shield here. Gotta be careful on that side. Just put up my shield. And the reason why I did this is because when I'm in sentry mode like this, I actually have more defense. So I have sort of like damage resistance. There's a couple of guys there. Let's see if we can try to help out my teammate here. Getting him actually pretty good. I'm going to Death Mark him just in case. Do we have over here? I'm actually still getting him pretty good actually. He can't break my shield, which is kind of funny. Come on, come on. Oh. Gotta watch out for what's going on back there. You know what? Let's see if we can try to get a little bit closer here. Death Marked him again. I'm trying to think now, should I go for this guy? Because my teammates in this tunnel need my help here. Let's just move this way. We still have a lot of bots left and they are down to 3 here. Okay, let's do this. So these guys were not able to break my shield. I should be able to take both of those guys out. Maybe even this guy as well. And there we go. I think, are they going to drop in on this side? I'm just waiting here to see if this one guy drops in here. Yeah, that guy's up. Let's do this. I can't move here. Sorry, buddy. If I move I don't have that defense and I lose my my energy shield, I'm gonna get knocked down here. You know what? Let's Death Mark this guy just in case. Keep him back so that we get this beacon. But I think, yeah, this guy's gonna so get me. But I think I'll be able to drop in over here. Let's do this. See if we can get this guy here. And I think that should be it. No, they have another one. Another 2. Holy crap. Let's just wait for my my flight here. I think that guy just ditched his bot. Probably wants to get in damage before the game ends, which isn't a bad thing. I do that very often. But I think this game was actually really good because you could see how I was using, the Fuging in that tunnel there. Not an extremely high scoring game, but 1.1 million for this game. Let's just take a look to see what these guys were running. And then we will hop into the next game. And this is what this player was running. One pilot here, level 10. And let's just move on over to the other team. Okay, so you guys can see. And this one over here. So the second one on their team has level 12, some level 12 stuff, high level weapons though. And I think I spent, most of that time actually in that Fuging, so it wasn't that bad. But to be honest, I've actually run a couple games now, and I find the Fuging still goes down pretty quick. But still kind of interesting. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch the weapons to maybe Orkans or something, and we can see how that does, with this, skill sets, or at least the pilot skill set. Okay, so game 2 we have dropped in on Canyon map, and I think this one's going to be kind of interesting because generally the Fuging does terrible on this map, but who knows. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, that's all I'm going to say. Orkans on this map, not so great. I think I would have preferred to actually have Tyrans on here instead. Let's try to lock this guy down, take him out. That should do it. Let me just fire everything here so we can deal with this guy next. We do have the center beacon, so I'm going to stay close to this beacon here. I'm guessing, is this guy going to move around the corner? I think so. I've got a player in front of me here. I thought maybe my teammates would be able to cover my back, but this is how it is. This is how it goes when you are playing solo. So let's drop in here with the Fuging and let's see if we can take out these guys. I'm going to go into sentry mode. This guy's probably going to be firing at me, but watch how strong my shield is. He can't even break it. Let's do that. And, you know what? I was death marking this guy down below here. But because he went into stealth, it kind of changed on me. But maybe we can get that player there. And going to... can I get this guy? I'm trying to stay really close to this side here because I'm getting hit by this this player. Let's just see if I can death mark him. Take him out. Oh jeez. This is not what I wanted to see here. And the thing is, I don't have any Orkans left. So let's keep on firing at this player. What I could do is I could actually use death mark on him. And one thing that I did change on my Fuging, I don't know if you guys can see that, is I'm starting to gradually heal up. So I did change, that one skill on the Fuging because I found that, it really needed that, because I ran a couple of games and I was just dying. I had a couple of games where it kind of worked, but most of them I was just dying because I didn't have that heal. So I think having that, whether it be this one or the other one, I think is adamant, would be a really good idea. I'm going to see if I can actually get this guy. Oh man, he kind of moved away. I death marked him. But I'm staying close to this wall here because otherwise, if I go out into the open, I'm going to get smoked. Okay, here we go. Something is happening. I don't know if I can death mark this guy. He's pretty close actually. There we go. Let's see if we can get this guy. Okay, I gotta fall back down here because we are out in the open here. That's not something you want to do. Let's just back up. That guy's zapping me. No! Move this way, move this way. Let's just move a little bit more to this side here. Ooh. Let's see if we can get this Gareth. That's got to do it, right? There we go. There's another kill. Maybe this, I think that's Ares there. Should be able to get him. He's lost and triggered. Oh man, this is not a good spot. I have to go into sentry mode now. I have no choice. So the reason why I didn't move is because, you know, when you're in sentry mode like that, with the skill that I have, you have some damage resistance. I think they call it defense points or something, but yeah. So I think I actually did kind of decent on this map. You got to keep in mind this is a really wide open map here. Ooh, just as I hit this guy, he decided to fly. So I'm trying to move, you know, side to side here, so some of his rounds miss me. And then I'm going to switch on over and see if I can hit him here with Death Mark maybe. Yep, there we go. So that was just barely managed to get him. What on earth is that guy firing? He's got like one Zenith and like a Gecko? Is that a Leo or something? I always run into really weird setups when I play on Android side. Let's just see what this guy's got. That's going to be wearing off soon. Let's see if we can hit him here. he's hitting me with whatever it is that he has back there. I'm going to use Death Mark on him actually. Let's see if we can get some damage in on him that way. I think that might even be a Leo or something. I need to heal up though because there's this guy right behind this wall here. Gotta move, gotta move. Ooh. That should do it. That's got to do it. Okay, there we go. Man, I'm getting killed by some dude that has one Zenith and a Gecko or something. What on earth is he running? Is that a Leo? That's got to be a Leo. Ooh. Back up, back up, back up. Oh, jeez. And I got tripped. That guy was waiting for me, I think. Okay, so now, you know what? I'm going to drop in over here because we have a guy moving on this side. Let's just fling that. Oh man, yeah, I would go into stealth too. He's going to get out of stealth here soon. This guy should take him out quick. Let's just move this way. You know what? They have a player that's, I don't know if you can see that. He's going to the far left there. I'm going to try... Oh no, this guy, he just fired into the pillar there. So we're going to take him out with our missiles here. And he's probably going to spawn in here because, you know, usually players... Yep, like I was saying, usually players have a lot of bots when they are sitting back like that. So while he did take me out, it cost him actually dearly that way. And we're going to see if we can actually take this guy out here. So let's go into this mode. And this is an interesting setup. You know, we had someone in our clan. He had 2 Scourge and he had an Avenger. And he was asking, you know, what can he run on his Fenrir? And I thought about this build and I'm thinking, you know what, that could actually really work well. So I'm trying it out now to see. Let's just move over to this beacon here. This game is a lot closer than it probably should be. This guy's going to be in trouble here because I'm going to get this beacon. I'm going to heal up. And let's do this so we get more speed. And then let's burn him up this way. There we go. And that should be game. You can see their beacon bar is depleted pretty much all the way. It should be ending now. And let's take a look to see how well we did here. I think I did pretty decent with that Fuging, surprisingly, on a map like this. But what I tried to do was actually play the covered areas. and we ended up doing 1.8 million, with 9 kills, 3 beacons. And let's just take a look to see, what these guys are running here. And this player running, he has level 12, but he also has level 12 weapons. So let's take a look at the other team. Looks like there was a duo squad here too. I wonder if these guys are French. They kind of look like French. So this guy's running, he has level 9 stuff, and I know a lot of players are going to point that out. Well, you're shooting at level 9, like players with level 9 bots. One thing that you must actually look at more so than the bots is actually their weapons, because the weapons are what make the player very deadly. And you can actually see this even in my my baby Android account. Okay, so you have that as well. And what is this guy running over here? So this guy's also running some Ares, and their weapons isn't as high, but they are working towards that. You can see what they're doing on this side, and they are pretty much. And also the other thing too is their pilots. So they have really high level pilots. I only had one pilot for my Fuging. Speaking of which, I'm going to show you right now what I did with this build here. So one thing that I did change was I added this mechanic. So this allows my Fuging to regenerate its health every or each second. It's not a lot, but it actually helps quite a ton, like over time. And I didn't have this in the other game, and it, like I was running a couple games, and it actually was very noticeable. Like I really needed some kind of a heal. So that's why I added this in. And other than that, I changed the Orkins, and it ended up actually doing pretty well, especially with the death mark and stuff. But anyways, guys, yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. And do you want me to take a look at some of the other older bots to see, how strong we can actually make it with, the pilots, and, testing it with some of the newer weapons? I'd love to know your, your opinion on that. If you could leave it down in the comment section below, that would be great. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed,